There's a new Mexican restaurant in town. Tasty Mexican tacos and ice cream at 20th and Pine in Niagara Falls. Beautifully decorated and ready to serve you. Weekly specials include prime loin tacos for only $10, beef tongue tacos, shredded ribeye steak tacos, beef chalupas with onions and cabbage, rice and bean taco, fried sweet baby fish tacos. You're sure to find something you'll love at Tasty Mexican Tacos and Ice Cream, 20th and Pine in Niagara Falls. To place your order, call 804-3934. Tasty Mexican Tacos and Ice Cream, 20th and Pine, featuring that Mexican food you will love, made fresh and delicious every day. Tasty Mexican Tacos and Ice Cream, 20th and Pine, now open in Niagara Falls. Why do people read the Niagara Falls Reporter? Well, according to publisher Frank Parlato, it's because they're not afraid to publish the truth.
Hi out there, this is Tony Farina inviting you to read the Niagara Falls Reporter online or in print every week. We're not afraid to tell the truth. We don't pull punches. We give you the best we can about what's going on in this area, whether it be politics, government, budgets, Seneca gaming issues. Whatever we've got, you're going to have. So check us out, Niagara Falls Reporter.
And the Reporter is factual, fun, and it's free. Pick your copy up every week at Tops, DiCamello's, or Tim Hortons, or read it online at NiagaraFallsReporter.com. You know, trees are nice, but they need to be taken care of. And now's the right time of year to trim up, cut down, or clear up the trees on your yard that concern you. Do it before the snow flies. The best way is to call Backwoods Maple Syrup and Tree Cutting Service at 628-7481. Whether you need a whole tree taken down with the stump removed, or you have some questionable branches that need to be addressed, Backwood Tree Service is the most reasonable way and professional way to get the job done. They're fully insured and ready to serve you. 628-7481. And while you got them on the phone, ask about the real maple syrup. Season's coming up, and you won't want to miss out. Backwood Tree Service and Maple Syrup Company, 628-7481.
The opinions expressed on NiagaraBroadcastNetwork.com are those of the host and the guest, not of management or the sponsors.
The Sal and Rose Show.
Lovers know a special place, Niagara Falls.
Oh, it's a special place, all right. Glenn Choolokians back with us tonight. He's the only candidate that has taken advantage of our offer to let all the candidates come on and present their platform. Tonight, what, number 3, Glenn?
Number 3. I just want to say thank you to you and Ro for letting me come on again. I appreciate it.
Well,
number 3.
As I said, we're making the show available. You are one guy that's taking advantage of it, and I got to say, you are kicking some butt with the views. I mean, I've been looking at the numbers. How many we had so far?
We had over 7,000 on the first video, and I think over 8,000 on the second one. And I'm new to Facebook, and they say that's a good thing. And YouTube and your show, I guess they're all linked together, and everybody's watching. So going door to door, people are surprised me, like I just told Ro. Oh, we saw your videos, excellent. So I mean, it was pretty cool going door to door, and people watched it.
Well, I think people are curious, so they're checking it out. You know, and a reminder: if you didn't see this, we're going to present 3 tonight. 1 and 2 are on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, put in Niagara Broadcast Network. They're all archived up there. So if you missed, but I'm sure we're going to review this as the time goes on.
Yeah.
So you're doing a door-to-door thing. We got how much more time before election now?
I think like we got November 5th, so maybe 6 weeks. I think something like that.
So it's
7 weeks. Yeah, we're winding down. I mean, it's a long process, and then you blink your eyes. It's going by fast. You know. So we got to definitely.
What are you hearing? Door to door. What are you hearing?
I mean, positive about me. You know, same complaints that I heard every time I ran. People just worry about the things that affects their lives. You know what I mean? And people are kind of disgusted. They kind of lost faith. They think there's no hope. And I just tell people, you got to have faith. Can't give up. I mean, alternative, if we don't try things, it's just going to be what it is. And I guess everybody moves out of town. But people are frustrated. You know, I mean, I still say, we always said we have a lot of good people here, a lot of good neighborhoods. And it's a shame if we give up on it.
So let's talk about the biggest thing right now is this garbage free, this big push. I'm hearing, you're on the inside, maybe you got some more information. I'm hearing the garbage free is a done deal. I'm hearing, now here's what I heard. You could correct me or tell.
Well, he was a councilman.
I know he was a
He was
councilman.
the, you know,
Yeah, I know.
the inside way.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what he's got to say about this. But they're saying this garbage fee is a done deal. It's going to go through. And they also said, and I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, sure.
Are you involved in this at all?
No, nothing at all.
Nothing at all?
No.
Because they're saying one of the candidates that wants to be mayor, or both, they didn't really specify, has pushed for the garbage deal, so the money's in there, so if they get elected, they could say, it wasn't me, it was the previous administration, I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, if that's true, shame on whoever that candidate is. I don't know. Like I tell people, same thing. My career, my background's open book. I've always tried to balance the budgets with not laying people off, not raising taxes, not putting more fees on to the citizens. You know, you look at the garbage tax, you look at they threaten everybody with layoffs. Neither thing should happen. Over the years, we blew so much money, and you know the new thing is, well, you know, money's gone. That's, you know, nothing we can do about it. I believe if we had $300 million today, like they blew already, this administration, the government of the city of Niagara Falls will still blow it. So I mean, we got to do things
Okay,
different.
I got all that. That's water over the dam.
Absolutely.
The money's gone. You said it. We've blown it. It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so our next step is to get back.
Our next step, Sal, not to interrupt you, is we got to stop doing business like we've been doing. We blow money as fast as it comes in. And it's not just casino money. You have general fund money. You have state money. We have to use our money wisely. And again, it's very complicated when you talk to people. They think it's real, you know, real simple. You just do things and cut things. You still got to you got to run day-to-day operations. You know, my past track record as a councilman, the things that I'm showing on these videos, if we can do things cheaper and in a better way, and we have a surplus, that's how you save money. That's how you balance the budget. If something costs $100, we can do it for $20. That's $80 we put over here. Everything has to be done different. We can't blow money. We have to look at new technology, new ways of doing things. You know, everybody wants that simple answer. It's not a simple answer.
Do we need this garbage fee? Does this have to go through for us to survive?
You know, I can't answer that question.
Without layoffs?
See, I'm not there. I don't know what the budget's going to be. I don't know. Did they try hard enough not to have a layoff, not to have a garbage tax? You know, I'll say it out loud like I always do, the councilmen, the mayors over the years. If I pull their voting records every 2 weeks, guarantee they blew a lot of money on things that we didn't have to spend. Okay, I said it before. These councils over the years, the mayors over the years, there's one word they don't know. It's called no. They can't say no to anybody. You know, every time I was there in the past as a councilman, you know, we had a group that could say no. And the track record speaks for itself. It's all public record. We got to say no. You know, I mean, it's nothing personal. We're at a time now in Niagara Falls, look at it. We look all over, we walk door to door. It doesn't matter what neighborhood you're
So
at.
what do you think we should be saying no to now?
Well, right now is things, wasteful spending, wasteful money. Casino money comes in. Like, let's say the casino money came in. Do we have a plan? Do we have a plan in place how we're going to spend it? Do we have a plan in place if this money comes in as a garbage tax? Is the money coming in, they just going to blow it, Sale? Or do we have a plan to spend that money?
But we're 12 million in the hole right now,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. I'm not there right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
assuming they're right, which why would they lie about that unless there's more? If we're 12 million in the hole, and the casino money doesn't come, how, and the garbage tax is not going to be 12 million even if they put it in.
No, that's
so something's going to have to be done.
Yeah, same thing. Like I was just telling Ro earlier, it's a long process. So let's say they have the meeting tomorrow and it passes, okay? Now the mayor comes out with his budget October 1st, okay? So now the council has time to do what they want to do, to make any changes. Then it goes back to the mayor. Then the mayor has to right to veto stuff. So it's a long process. You're looking all the way to mid-December. So if anybody thinks this is going to be a one-day thing and everything's going to be saved, there's a lot of deals that are going to be made. You know, like Ro said, I was there before. They'll cut deals. They'll try to get this vote. They'll try to finagle. Then the miracle thing might happen and they save jobs, or they don't have a garbage tax. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is if I was there and I was mayor, we wouldn't be in this situation because we'd be doing things different.
Our phone lines are open, by the way, 333-3020 if you want to talk to Glenn. They're telling me A couple of things. The mayoral candidates want to see the garbage tax. It takes us a burden off them if they get in. And also they're saying the mayor and the city council now, especially the mayor, doesn't care. He's going out. He doesn't care if he puts the garbage tax in. He needs it to balance the budget. What do you hear?
No, I didn't hear nothing. I mean, you hear rumors. I mean, shame on anybody that thinks if you're done with your job and you don't care what happens to the taxpayers. I tell everybody, listen, we all know everybody in this town. You go to church, you go to the supermarket, you run into people. How can people think like that? Like, tell me you're trying not to raise taxes, not to have a increase in garbage new fee, or you're trying to do things that are going to be better for the people that live here. I don't want to hear, we got to do this and they
But
don't
do you
care.
think you're going to be able to cut enough or find enough cuts if you're lucky enough to become mayor to not lay people off and not to raise taxes? Or maybe should you be sitting here going, you know what? Let's face it, there's going to be layoffs, there's going to be a tax raise, your garbage fee is going in.
I don't want to say that, Sal. Like you're looking for me to make an answer that I can't speak. But one thing I could tell you is, every time that the mayors wanted to raise taxes, and everybody said we couldn't do it, I balanced the budget. We didn't raise taxes. We didn't have no layoffs. So do I want to raise taxes? Absolutely not. Do I want to lay off workers? We don't have no workers left. I know all the citizens think there's workers we can lay off. There's nobody left. We've got 96 hourly left. I think about 100 cops.
What do we need? What do we need to run the city?
Well, I'll tell you right now, you got 5 people to do your roles. Is that enough? I mean, you're a police officer, Sal. I watch your show and I hear the people that call you. Here's what is kind of funny. We need more cops. It's dangerous out there. But then you have the same people saying we got to lay off cops. I mean, we can't have people crying that we need, the crime's bad. You're going to see my program today, what I did. It's bad out here. Can I tell you what I'm going to do? Absolutely not. Am I going to try 110% not to raise taxes? Am I going to do everything I can not to lay off people? Because here's what happens. If you lay off people, us taxpayers lose services. The service people, what does our tax money for? Plows our streets, cuts our trees, fix our sidewalks, take care of our parks, baby pools for our kids. That's services. That's what our tax money pays for. So do I want anything of that to happen? Absolutely not. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. If I'm lucky enough to win, I'm going to do everything I can to not raise taxes, be creative like I've done in the past with a proven track record. People don't want to hear it. I'm the guy that has qualifications to balance the budget and do what we can do so it doesn't have to be on the burden of the taxpayers. So we're going to try. I can't tell you till I get there, but I'm going to do everything I can. People got to come first,
You know what goes in, because you were a councilman, you know what goes into the budget, you know what we need to operate. We're going to look at your video in a minute, part 3.
Okay.
But, gut feeling, do you think we're going to be able to stave off, without casino money, stave off layoffs and tax raises, no matter what? I mean,
well, I can't say what they're going to do in this budget. People got to understand, like this budget they're doing, and then you got to December 31st goes through. So I'll walk in, the budget's done. If it's a $100 million budget, however they balance the budget, they balanced it. Okay. Can we look at it when I get there? Absolutely. Do I know ways around things so we can try to move in a better direction? Absolutely. I got to get there. I can't answer what he's going to do because, like I said, it's a long process. There's going to be a lot of games playing back and forth between the council and the mayor and outside entities. People don't want to hear it. There's always outside entities that pick up the phone and we can't do this, we need this. So it's a long process. So I always tell the workers and the taxpayers, like, don't think this is a done deal whatever way it goes, because all of a sudden magic happens and all of a sudden things happen.
is there any shot we could get a call tomorrow from the governor? He'll say, hey, you know what? I found an extra $12 million. I'm sending it in.
I don't know. I mean, he helped out in the past.
He's sending money to Buffalo.
I know he is.
Because they're in trouble. They've got some financial issues. So he's sending money that way.
Yeah, I got it.
In anticipation of the
333-3020 is the telephone line if you want to talk to Glenn. Glenn, let's just recap quick. You did 1 and 3, part of your plan.
1 and 2. This is 3.
Okay, 1 and 2. One was about.
One was streets, sidewalks, trees. Number 2 was potholes. 2 on number 1. Number 2 was in-house demolition. What else did we talk about?
Talk about a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so much.
All right, let's talk about today.
Okay,
Number 3, what are you looking at?
Today's my crime plan. Okay, so this is what I want to do. It's doable. So this is probably one of the most important things in my campaign is this crime situation. I'm interested in it. This is the way I think I can fix it. And it's doable.
All right, let's take a look at your plan and then tell us how it's doable.
Okay.
Len Choolokian. I'm running for the mayor of the city of Niagara Falls. This is the third part of my series on my plan how to change Niagara Falls. The next topic I'd like to talk about is addressing our crime issues.
As your next mayor, my top priority and my plan for change is to address the high crime situation in Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls currently has the highest crime rate in the state of New York. We must reduce crime on our streets and in our neighborhoods. My plan will bring policing to the next level in Niagara Falls, both in terms of strengthening our safety and creating the true partnership between police and our community. In a measure to decrease crime, I will reintroduce the walking cops back into our city neighborhoods. I will also expand the bike patrol unit. Our police force will be proactive rather than reactive. We can no longer wait for crime to come to us, but need to look at the history and the trends and project from there. Our police will target high crime areas, and I also will place extra patrols in those areas. I will allow police officers to carry out their responsibilities and to do their job. We will conduct planned saturation enforcements in certain areas randomly or by targeting crime areas, as well as certain types of crimes. Focus will be on violent and victim crimes. I will encourage officers to interact with the community. I will create a specialized elite police unit that will be trained to hit the streets like never before. This group's job will be to get the bad guys off the streets. I would like to launch a new local crime fighting initiative called the Virtual Neighborhood Eye Program. The idea is simple. If you have a security camera or video doorbell, let our police department know. Then, if there is a crime in the area, we will know where we might be able to find video footage of the crime that took place near your neighborhood. I will add more mobile police cameras up in high crime areas. This will help discourage crime and will help our police officers. I would also like to expand our facial recognition camera and license plate reader programs. These new types of technology play a very important role in the new age of fighting crime. Programs like this in the past have received funding opportunities through grants and other special resources from the state and federal governments. I will work hard to get the necessary funding to expand those programs and make them a reality. I will research the technology and the use of drones for our police officers to see what the benefits could be for fighting crime. Now the most important topic, ways to fund more police officers. Given the high crime rate in the city of Niagara Falls and the large number of tourists that visit the natural wonder of the world that is Niagara Falls, security should be improved in order to prevent the state park from being negatively affected from outside crime. I will be approaching the state of New York to request them to fund 5 new full-time City of Niagara Falls police officers. In another creative way, I will fund 5 new full-time Niagara Falls police officers using tourism fund money. Tourism fund money has been used in the past for police officers. Also, the Seneca Nation has always stated that they like to be good community partners with the City of Niagara Falls. I am looking forward to sit down with them and discuss my plan for them to fund 5 new Niagara Falls full-time police officers. Lastly, I will seek funding opportunities for more police officers through grants, special programs, and other resources through U.S. Department of Justice, Office of Justice Programs, Bureau of Justice Assistance, and any other resources that may be available from the state and federal governments. The high crime rate in the city of Niagara Falls will end with the Choolokian administration. This video is the third part of a series that will outline my platform that will change Niagara Falls.
Well, I like the part of we're going to hire more police officers. But you say things in there like, I'm going to talk to the state to see if I can get the money. I'm going to try to get a grant. What's your chance of getting it? Have you laid any foundation so far?
I'll say that you missed the second most important one. The first one that the funding is going to come is I'm going to use tourism, we call them T-funds, tourism fund money.
I didn't miss that. I was going to ask you, can you do that?
Yeah, when I was a council chairman before, I funded overtime, and I worked with Maria Brown that we found a loophole where we can use tourism money for police officers down the tourist district.
So why?
I don't know why they don't do it. I don't know why they don't. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Why?
Maybe they think they're gonna get business owners mad. But here's the thing: the people I talk to, the business owners all over the city, and tourism isn't just downtown.
They're going to get the business owners mad by putting more cops out there?
Well, that's what you think because they think it's more money for them. But here's the thing: we spent a lot of money when I was a councilman for tourism police officers down there.
Sure.
They were happy. They did not miss any beat from whatever money they had coming. You know, I think they had $2.1 or $3 million for tourism down there. We're gonna do things different with tourism money, okay? And it's gonna be a whole package. So 5 can be funded, okay? We talk about other ways.
So right off the bat, you're saying we can get 5 extra officers.
Yeah, I'm gonna hire 5 with the tourism money. absolutely. Seneca Nation, people want to always talk about, if I was the mayor, we should be standing on the table and work with the Seneca Nation one-on-one with the city. It's not like that. 99H was a state compact, so it's just with the state. But we worked with them in the past when I was a councilman. We're going to go there. Like I told you on the show last time, we're going to do side deals with them. I know you guys got a dispute with New York State. If our city's not good, you're not going to make money either. So I'm going to ask them to go. I want you to fund 5 cops, maybe five firemen too. If we can fund stuff through them, that's stuff that's how you save money in the budget. Okay, or we can add more jobs.
Have you talked to anybody? Have you? Is there
I'm not
possibility
going to lie to you. If I go there, they're going to say, "Here's Choolokian, the ex-councilman." I'm not nobody right now. And if anybody tells you they got relationships over there, yeah, they're nice to us. But I'm not going to go there till if I win mayor, I'm going to go approach everybody. New York State, a lot of money flies through there. We talked about the money that goes right to New York State parks, nothing here. So I'm going to go to them. 5 police officers for them to fund isn't a lot of money. What comes through the Goat Island and Falls down there. So I'm going there.
So you're saying all these things.
I'm going to try to get 15 cops right off the bat. 15,
really?
5 and 5.
And
That's my plan.
And you feel that's feasible?
I think it is, absolutely.
333-3020. Let's go to the phones. Glenn Choolokian's with us, and hopefully you looked at part 3, and let's find out what you think. Hi, you're on the air.
All right, I'm going to tell you, this is Dave.
Hi, Dave.
I'm really, really sick to my stomach after watching this last council meeting on the internet. My God, especially, nobody knew about this, but it finally leaked out how these councilmen, they went out and they okayed 7-year contracts with 7-year raises. How in the heck did they do this, get away with this when the city is completely broke? Now we're facing a magnitude of fees and everything else over here. I mean, I can't absorb this. I can't absorb this.
I just
figured it out over here. I got my warehouse. I just parked my vehicles in there. There's no electricity, no water. But the city, when they spent that $2.5 million on the totes, they dropped off 3 of them there. 2 blue ones and 1 green one. I called them up. I says, I don't generate any garbage. I said, this is just a storage. Get these out of here. No, we bought them at yours. You just hold on to them.
Waste of money.
Same thing over here with the house I was born and raised in on Cutterback Avenue. I got 2 apartments rented in there. I got elderly people that are retired. They eat out all the time, just like I do. Anyways, they dropped off 8 blue totes and 4 recycling bins.
Yep.
I called them up. I says, I'm lucky if I use 1 garbage can every 2-3 weeks.
You're right.
What's wrong with you people? Same thing with my house. I mean, I eat out all the time. Except in the winter, I may make something over here, but it's easier for me to eat out, and I like bullshit and talking to people and everything. It's harder for me to take my garbage out in the wintertime with the totes here than for me. I got to check my garage anyways, my shop, so if I have any garbage, I take it there. But these are the things. Nobody's answering any of this. And I'm going to tell you what, right now, there's a petition that's going on the internet right now. It's change.org. I don't know if you're aware of it or not.
No, I didn't see that yet.
Well, anyways, within a very, very short time, they've accumulated right now 464 signatures. They only need 36 more to send this into Albany to all the different representatives requesting a control board. I don't know, man. Things are out of hand over here. I don't like the way Tuma's talking.
Nope.
He's not for the people. I am sick to my stomach. I'm facing probably fees with these goddamn garbage cans, and it's just a fee. It's not because of the garbage itself.
No,
it's
you're
a
right.
fee.
You're right.
And now they're talking about raising the tax cap from 2%. If the council agrees to it, they can go to 5%. I'm faced with probably $2,000 worth of property taxes here. And Ro, I'm watching you listen right now. Mm-hmm. You said you got 2 pieces of property.
Yep.
Just think of it, the fees
I
and the
know.
taxes on that. It's commercial.
Yeah.
We're going to pound you really hard.
I know.
What the hell are we going to do about this?
Exactly.
This is very, very, very serious. And
Yes,
I'm
it
sick.
is.
I'm
Yes,
sick.
it is.
I'm sick of that Kenny Tompkins. He's a liar. He went out and he voted for these raises. But yet he's going around telling people, playing nice, well, this and that. No, it was exposed about these races. They never wanted to talk about it. Nobody brought it up until it finally leaked out, and now they're caught. Now they look like they got egg on their face.
Well,
What are we going to do about this, Glenn?
Well, here's the
What are we
same.
going to do
Well,
about
let me tell you,
this
Dave.
shit?
You know my past track record. I always definitely never voted for any tax increase, any tax cap to go over to about and above. Same thing. When I tell people, we elect the same type of leadership that puts us in the same spot. You know, and one thing about the control board, I hear all the people that want to talk about a control board. Guess what? Do the research. Nassau County, stuff like that. The first thing they do is raise taxes. That's not a good thing. We don't want our taxes
You
raised.
don't think it's going to happen here?
Well,
you
here's
don't
the
think it's going to happen here when we're
what's that?
down on our knees, when we're going to be by the end of this year, we're going to be $10 to $12 million in a deficit? Look what it's did for Niagara Falls. I'm sorry for raising my voice.
No, go ahead, Dave. I love when you
You're
get
my
excited,
friend.
man.
You're
Absolutely.
my friend.
I love it.
I'd like to have you in my foxhole if I ever had to
Absolutely,
in a
buddy.
war or something. I'd love to have a person like you. But even Lockport over here, they're going down to shit. They got that control board over there. Everything's turning around. Buffalo's turning around. We have poor decision policymakers here
Absolutely.
in Niagara Falls, and that's why we're in a world of shit. They're not tearing down no buildings. The city is filthy. It's the left.
Well, now's the time, Dave, now's the time. You look at these candidates and you listen to what they have to offer and you decide which one is the one for you.
Here, Dave, let me
Yeah,
tell
but
you,
you
Dave,
still
let me
got
tell you, Dave, let me
church.
tell you something.
You still got guys like Tuma and the other ones in there that are going to rubber stamp anything because they're bought by the unions for the votes.
Here's the thing, Dave. I'm lucky enough to win. I believe they're going to work with me because I'll embarrass anybody that wants to hurt the taxpayers. I don't care who the councilmen are. It's real simple. I told you before. If you want to help Niagara Falls, you want to help the families, I hope you get on board with my plans that I showed everybody once I win. If they
Well,
don't,
I'm
if they
gonna
don't,
tell you,
I'm
as
not
it
talking
is
about
right
you.
now, I am.
You know,
As it is, I am, but I am worried still.
I know.
Because
I
we
agree.
can't afford this
Absolutely.
shit.
I
Remember,
agree.
Tuma and his wife are knocking off close to $200,000 a year. They could absorb $500,000 increase.
Sure.
I can't. I'm on a fixed income, my own. I don't have a pension.
That's horrible,
It's what I made on my back.
Dave, think of all, we talked about it, think of all the seniors in this town who,
Oh, tell me
you know,
about it.
Social Security check, that's it, doesn't go
My
up
mother lived on
thousands.
$500 a month.
Yep.
If it wasn't for me helping her with her house,
Yep.
she would have lost everything.
Yep.
$500 a month because she was old. She had an old pension.
Right. It's not,
But
it's
they're not talking
good.
about this.
It's not
They're
good.
not talking about any of this. They go bring out a mission project over here at the YMCA. I mean, they see what we're faced. They see that the soup kitchens are ballooning and everything else of that. Even the one over here on 19th and East Falls, St. George's. But my God, they want to raise our taxes, but they're not talking insurance opt-outs about giving that up. None of them. They don't want to because that's an extra 10 grand.
What about the
Like,
insurance
Tuma's getting it
opt-outs,
from both.
Glenn? You've heard him talk about insurance opt-outs. We're spending, I don't know, how many thousands do we spend on insurance
I don't know how
opt-outs?
many people take it. I mean, it's half
I
that.
heard 500,000.
Is that what
I
they
don't know
paid?
how true it is,
I don't know
but
either.
it's a total of 500,000.
Wow.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, so I don't know. You could be right, Dave. It's half whatever the health care is. It's half that. So if health care is 20, they get 10.
But can you imagine? Tuma's getting
Yeah, they
the
got big
opt-out from the
salaries.
city.
Yeah.
His wife is carrying him
awful.
on her policy
Yeah.
because she's a teacher.
Yeah.
Plus now, your buddy Sam went out and said on the internet, he found out that he's also getting the opt-out from the Board of Education.
Jeez.
That's 2 times opt-outs. That's more than what the average person, we got people moving with shopping carts every
Right.
week over here.
Right.
I'm fucking disgusted, really disgusted.
I can't blame you, Dave.
Everybody are.
Yeah, but you know what, Dave? I hope
You're not the only one.
I hope everybody's disgusted, and I hope they vote a different person in. I hope they vote Choolokian. I'm the only one that's showing. I'm showing a plan, Dave. I'm showing everybody what I'm going to do, how we're going to save money. It's a mess. You got 40, 50 years that's a mess in Niagara Falls. I'm showing you. I'm the first guy to show you what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. Is it going to be miracles overnight? Absolutely not. But I'm going to tell you this: if Choolokian doesn't win, what we're talking about next year will be on this show as a special guest. See my buddy Sail and Roll, and you'll be bitching again because you know what? Nothing's going to change with the same kind of people running. That's the facts.
bless you,
You know
man.
how I call
God
it. I
bless
call it how I see it, Dave.
Thanks, Dave. Thanks for your call.
Best, buddy.
333-3020 is the number. If you're on, hang on. We'll get to you. The phones are ringing, but you got to hang on when we pick up, and we'll get to you. Hi, you're on with Glenn. Hello.
It's Ken.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Pay attention to the phone, not the computer. You'll get mixed up. Glenn's on with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not on the computer.
You're on. You're on the air. Go ahead.
How are you, Glenn?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Wishing you well.
Thank you.
Watching all your videos. Watched the last one. I think crime is one of the biggest problems you have in the city in order to clean up the city. You've got your neighborhood program. I watched all your videos. I think that's the second component. And then economic development. But you got to get the lights on, the city cleaned up, and the police out there. It sounds like you've got it all planned out. I don't see and I don't hear that from the other candidates out there. And it sounds like you're working on your own. You're not working with a party. You're out there. You've got the plans. You got it set.
Yeah,
and that's what you need to do. And the people need to listen to you, because this is, when you say your only chance for change, I believe it. And I was on the city council with you, Glenn. You voted for all the change that I couldn't get done. When I came on, I tried to cut the budget, and they stopped me every which way. You came in, Glenn, and you made that change. You came in the next year, and I said, I'm done. You said, no. No, we're gonna cut it. You not only cut the ones that I put on, you came in and you put in 50 more. I mean, twice as much, and you cut it. And then you continued to do that after I left. So if anybody thinks you're not telling people what you're actually going to do, they're mistaken. You've done it. You proved it. I was there. I watched you.
I appreciate it, Kendra. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Keep going, Glenn. Keep doing what you're doing. You're on the right track.
Thank you.
Kendra Thomason,
Yes.
former
Nice.
council,
I haven't talked to her in a while.
person.
Nice.
Good to hear from her.
Yeah, 333-3020 if you want to get in. The garbage totes, what do you think? Can we make it, can you go back and reopen all these things that we're talking about? Can you go in and say, let's talk to modern, let's see if we could change that?
Yeah.
Can you go in and
See, I showed you that, and I remember all my videos. So yeah, we talked about the garbage the last one too. We're going to redress everything. If it doesn't work, we're going to readdress it. I mean, my background's business too. There's not a business that wants to get into a spot where they're getting a lot of heat or it's not good. So we're going to sit down with everybody. And I got changes in my head what I want to do. I voted against that whole garbage compact. Again, public record. Go look it up. I voted against it. Okay, didn't think it was the thing right fit for Niagara Falls. Okay, so now it's here. How can we make it better? You just heard Dave's problems, 4, 5, 6 totes.
Sure.
So what's the big deal? You pick up the 6 totes and you give him one if he needs it, okay?
Exactly.
We're going to, like I told you before, we laugh about a hotline. You're going to call the number. I'm going to answer. Tell me what your problem. Dave calls, you got 6 totes. You know, DPW, pick them up, okay? Pick up the 6 totes that we don't need, okay? Then we're going to sit down with We're going to sit down with everybody. Everybody knows me. I'm very outspoken. I do my homework. I'm a problem solver. I'm not, like Ms. Thompson just told you, I'm not tied in with anybody. I'm not tied in with Modern. Modern's got the contract. I hope they want to keep it, right? So they're going to want to do business. Let's change things.
Exactly.
333-3020, Glenn Choolokians on the air with you. Hi, go ahead.
Oh boy, he's all jacked up today.
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
What's up, Joe?
This user fee's a done deal. They voted 3-2 just for the public hearing. That means they're going to vote 3-2 to approve it. You have Tuma, Kennedy, and Ezra who's leaving. They're going to vote for it. It's going to pass, and we're going to get stuck with it. All right, there's no sense in blowing our gaskets over it. I know people on fixed incomes, people can't afford it. But you know what? He has no other choice. I know they blew the money. I understand that. It's gone. All right, done. Now, you want to put 15 police officers on by different venues or avenues going for the money. You know, Buffalo's got a Homeland Security grant for firemen.
Yep.
All right, why don't you approach for a Homeland Security grant through Congressman Higgins' office?
Absolutely.
All right?
If you read, Joe, if you're not there, but if you look at the end of my video, I talked about reaching out every avenue through state government, federal government. We got to get grants writers that can go out for that money. We're not doing it right.
They gave them
$50 million.
$50 million, and they don't even need the firemen right now.
Nope.
They want to get them on board to cover retirements.
Yep. You got them trained.
That money's there. Homeland Security.
Yep.
That's free money.
Yep.
That's the money we should be going after for our fire department and our police department. All right, instead of asking the state.
Why are we not doing that now? Why?
Because we got morons in City Hall.
Yep.
Why did they blow $300 million, Sal? All right, why did they do this? Why did they do that? Because they're idiots. All right?
Yes, they
only
are.
took care of themselves.
Sorry, I hate to say it, but yeah, obviously.
You say why? Your biggest answer question is why? Because they're assholes in City Hall. All right? It's called the Good Old Boy Club, right, Glenn?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, you get your paycheck whether you work hard or not, so they've chose not to.
It's called Politics 101.
Yes, but if you look at if you got grants out there that you could get,
Yeah.
If it's there that you could get, are you an idiot to not try to get it?
There's your answer. They're idiots.
Well, Sal, 300, how many hundreds of millions of dollars did we get? How many cities would blow through that without anything to show
I understand
for it?
that, but we've been crying about more cops for I mean, how many years? And if that money's there, why don't you try to get it? I mean, maybe they tried and couldn't. Are we
Doesn't
missing
fit
something?
with the plan. You know, that's the answer to everything. It doesn't fit in the plan.
What have I been saying about electing people? What have we been
Small-minded.
There you go. Okay?
Small-minded.
The money's there.
Yes.
Okay, you have to do your homework,
Yep.
and that will, look, there's no genie or rubbing a lamp and hit 3 wishes, here's your money back. You got to work to get the money. $50 million for Buffalo, all right, for Homeland Security. All right, I'm sure that money could be over here too.
Absolutely.
And Joe,
We have more need.
Absolutely.
and you know me, Joe, who's going to put time to go find those things?
But you know something? It's just people are screaming, petition this. Listen, people, get the facts straight. We are going to get the user fee, and don't be surprised as you see more of a raising of your taxes. He has no other way to try to balance his budget or for the next administration, whether it's you, Glenn, or it's Bobby or Steino. All right. He has no other way to.
Are we just discounting Mr. Elder?
Who?
Elder?
I just talked to somebody the other day, and Elder came to his house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, I was never more impressed with a man's military background, but he was totally clueless about the city of Niagara Falls.
Oh.
So I figured
Well, he'd fit right in then.
yeah, well, there you go, for another small-minded person. It's the point we have to start realizing, until we make a political change, complete political change,
Yes.
we are going to be in the same boat like Glenn just said. Next year, if he doesn't get elected, he'll be there as a special guest. We'll be bitching about the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Except
40
the
years,
user
Joe.
fee, except the, how many years, Glenn? I go
40 years
55
we've been crying. Everybody's been crying. 40, 50
55
years. Right?
Go back to eat that wacky.
Yeah, you're
okay?
right. Yeah,
It's
longer.
55 years of politicians that have done nothing but ruin this city. All right, and here we are. The shit's hitting the wall. And you know what? Where's Beister care? He's leaving office in a few months. He don't care no more.
How sad
He's
and
right off the
pathetic, though.
sunset.
How sad.
Yes, it is.
Sad.
And it's too bad. We can sit there and beat our heads against the wall. We can do this, we can do that. Yes, we need more police officers. Yes, we need more firemen. We need money, all right? Now, go for Homeland Security. Go for as much as you can get from the federal government grants. And, Glenn, make sure you have a good grant writer, because that will pay for itself in the long run.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
All right,
Thank you. Thanks for your call. 333-3020. Glenn Choolokians with us. You want to get in?
People are very passionate
Yeah, absolutely.
about what's going on.
Well, they should be.
Because
It's a good thing.
it's enough now. Enough. You know, enough's enough. And they just keep pushing the envelope. Oh, yeah, another 2%. Another this. Another that. Another that. You know what?
Yeah,
Nobody's
good
paychecks go up that much. Nobody's Social Security goes up that much to cover all this. But we're just supposed to sit back and go, oh, okay, just pass it on to us. We'll figure out a way. I don't have to eat for the month of October.
That's how it's always been done, so it's right? That's how we're supposed
Well,
to
yeah.
follow right in line.
Yeah, but at some point,
It's
Well,
gotta stop.
they put it out already that if we don't get this garbage tax, we're probably going to have to lay. Oh, here's another question. We're going to probably have to lay off 30, 40 cops, 30, 40 firemen. But they also said if they lay policemen and firemen off, they've already made concessions where all the concessions the police and firemen already gave them, which is they haven't paid their holidays, they haven't paid, I don't know, personal leave days or whatever. They eliminated all that to say we won't lay anybody off. If they do, they say they're going to have to pay all that back, and it's going to cost millions of
Cost
dollars.
more, right?
Is that true?
I don't know. I like Dave said, when all those contracts came through, nothing was in the paper. Really didn't know much. You know what I mean? We didn't hear much about what they even did.
Well,
But,
apparently-
same thing. I mean, here you go. Same people talking about crime, and we're short on cops, and now they want to lay off. You know what I mean? It's just the whole package sucks. Again, at the
Well,
end
they're
of the day,
saying we're going to lay these people off to save money, but now they're
it's going to
saying
cost them money. Sounds like what you're saying, right?
they're saying that all the concessions.
so we're
that-
screwed either way.
Either way,
Is that
so-
it?
I got to get the
Yeah.
numbers, but I thought maybe Glenn would have
I
them,
didn't
or
hear nothing like
maybe you can get them by the next time. I
we'll take a look.
understand if they do lay off any police and firemen, all the concessions they made were in return for no layoffs, and then they have to pay all those back. I know they've got I don't think they get holiday pay and they don't get personal. I think that's what it is. Everyone, what do you get, 12 holidays a year? Every police, every fireman, they got to pay all that back.
If they lay off.
If they lay off, from what I hear.
That's what I said, we're screwed either way.
I got to check into it, and I thought maybe you would know.
No, I didn't hear nothing like
maybe
that.
next time, but they're saying, so the savings is almost wiped out.
But the people are still stuck in the middle,
Yeah.
being asked to pay money.
Well, you don't
in
hear
many
about
cases that
you don't
they
hear
don't have.
you don't hear about this. It's not they're not saying. I haven't heard.
Yeah.
I hear it because I know the people
Right.
involved in the situation, but nobody's coming out in front of the press and saying, "Yeah, if we lay off, if we don't get the garbage fee, we're going to have to lay off. But if we do, it's going to cost us millions of dollars that way."
Sounds.
I like to call this the fun time of year. It's time for entertaining and to visit with friends and relatives and to pick out a special gift for a certain someone. You know what that makes it? It makes it the perfect time to visit Supermarket Liquors and Wines, Niagara's largest liquor store with all your favorites to choose from at Niagara Falls Boulevard and Military Roads. Now, if you want a preview, you can check them out online right now at supermarketliquor.com. They're open 7 days a week, late nights, Friday and Saturday till midnight, with plenty of free, brightly lit parking in front of the store. And there's always plenty of cashiers there to speed you on your way if you're in a hurry. But if you want to browse, it's Niagara's largest liquor store with great gift-giving ideas and selections, whether it's wine or liquors. When you're as big as Supermarket Liquors and Wines, a great gift doesn't have to be expensive. And you can see what I mean when you check out their specially custom bottled tequila and bourbons, handpicked by owner Chris Castellani at Supermarket Liquors and Wines. Supermarket Liquors and Wines in the Mill Pine Plaza on Niagara Falls Boulevard, just moments from the Fashion Outlet Mall. Visit them soon or check them out right now at supermarketliquor.com.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Take advantage of exceptional financing at your local Cub Cadet dealer today.
Stop by your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer, Niagara Lawn and Garden Equipment, today.
Hey, don't forget to stop out and see Mike Richards at Niagara Lawn and Garden. Now, this is the time of year where you're going to get some great savings, not only on the outgoing lawnmowers that they have, and they sold a ton of them, but they still have a lot there if you want to save for next year, but I hate to say it, the snow blowers, you're going to need them. Snow blowers, great deals right now at Niagara Lawn and Garden on Route 31, just off Military Road. We're with Glenn Choolokian. We're talking about his third plan. He's giving us, how many more we got coming?
I'm gonna have one more detailed one, then maybe just I'd say like a little funny one at the end, and then we can talk about the whole plan, maybe the last show. So
yeah.
Are you doing fundraisers? Or
yeah, yep. We got a fundraiser this
up?
Wednesday, September 25th at Antonio's, $50, 6 to 8. It's our last fundraiser. And that's the part of campaigning I hate is having fundraisers and asking people for money, but for advertising and stuff like that, you got to have money. So this will be our third one, all at $50. So this is our last one. Antonio's, 6 to 8 this Wednesday. Okay. Everybody's welcome.
We're talking about crime. Glenn's talking about crime. We know we have a big problem in the area on crime, and I want to give kudos to the sheriff department and all the police agencies in the county that took part in this. We're going to talk to Under Sheriff Mike Felsetti for a moment here. They pulled off a massive raid, over 140 arrests, I believe, all over the county, and they did it all in 2 days. We've got Under Sheriff Mike Felsetti on the line, and we're going to take a moment here just to review. I think it was kind of a stunning thing that happened last week. Mike, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Sal?
Great. Last week, you spearheaded I don't know if it was a drug operation or a warrant execution operation, or how many arrests?
112 arrests. It was a warrant roundup. So arrest warrants, bench warrants, domestic violence paperwork, but it netted 112 arrests.
And it was across the whole county. And how many police officers were involved in that?
It was a 2-day sweep, September 18th and 19th. Each day we had roughly 60 officers assigned to go out and serve these warrants.
Now, do you feel you made a major dent, say, in the drug trafficking in the county?
I would say that we hit some targets that we wanted to hit as far as outstanding warrants for some people that had some pretty substantial drug warrants. We did a substantial amount of work on domestic violence paperwork as well, which, I think is very important. And then just general, we had a lot of warrants outstanding. So I think, it's good to get out there and execute these warrants. And I think it sends a little message, too, that if you have a warrant, it might be a good idea to turn yourself in because we're going to come and look for you.
Interesting that you had so many arrests. Is something like this planned again? Or because this is kind of strange to do that many in that time period.
Right. There'll be warrant roundups again in the future. I don't know if they'll be to this scale, but we'll do them periodically. I think it's a good thing to do. I think, when people file charges, as you know, Sal, we oftentimes get warrants and then we can't find the people. And the victim in the crime, is looking for justice. And unfortunately, sometimes the warrants are outstanding and they sit out there. So it's good if we can get these served and bring the people in for prosecution.
Why did this come to like a head and all of a sudden you went not just on a couple warrants, but you went out and made hundreds of arrests? And why did it happen all of a sudden? Was it just a backlog you decided to do something about, or how did this come about?
Well, it was actually a concerted effort. We met with all the police agencies in the county, and we all kind of thought, we want to do something here because, we do have a backlog of warrants, and what's the best way to approach it? And amongst all of us, we figured out, what kind of manpower we could dedicate to it, and this is what we came up with. And we said, well, we have 60 officers roughly dedicated. We're going to need several warrants. We're going to need a lot of warrants. So obviously there was a little more emphasis on the city of Niagara Falls. We wanted to do some more work in there to try to help out with some of the criminal activity that's going on, and I think that was accomplished. Certainly more of the warrants were served in the city of Niagara Falls than anywhere else.
I spent some time with Brian Del Porto that night, and I talked to Brian about it, and Brian says, well, this is the Sheriff Department's operation. Mike Falsetti put this thing together. He's spearheading it, and that's why I'm calling you. He said, get the information from him because he's kind of the mastermind of this whole thing, which was a 2-day event.
I appreciate him saying that. Brian and I have a great working relationship, but it was a concerted effort that, would have never happened without all hands on deck.
How many police agencies? I know you had the town of Niagara took part in one day. I know you had Niagara Falls. I know there was some on the outskirts towns. How many agencies offhand? Do you name any that really took a big part in this?
If it's okay with you, I'll name them all because I think, for an agency like the Village of Barker to participate, assigning two guys is a big deal.
Right, yeah. Well, no, I'm listening to the radio and I'm hearing Barker and I'm hearing the outskirts and I'm hearing Niagara Falls and I'm hearing, all over the county. Yeah, name who was involved.
Barker Police Department, Lewiston, Lockport, Middleport, State Park Police, State Police, County Probation, obviously the Sheriff's Office, Niagara Falls Police, North Tonawanda, Somerset, Town of Niagara, Youngstown, and we also had our federal partners from ATF, Border Patrol, and the U.S. Marshals Task Force.
Amazing to watch that operation and all the people that took place and how it all came together within a few hours and all the arrests were made. Well, congratulations. Nice job, and thank you for filling us in.
Thank you for having me on, Sal. Appreciate it.
Good job. Sheriff Department, all the police agencies throughout the county that took part. A lot of arrests. It's good. It's nice to see once in a while. These people think they get away with something, and all of a sudden the long arm of the law is at their door. Yeah.
It's perfect for what we're talking about tonight.
That's exactly, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, door to door, is crime the major thing?
Yeah. I mean, you see people scared in every neighborhood now. It doesn't matter if it's LaSalle, downtown, DeVoe. I mean, everybody has their little story about, something happening. And, when we're younger, we never heard that before. So it's definitely scary every place.
Where's the disconnect? Because we'll hear from some people in the city, powers that be, crime is down.
Yeah, I don't know why they say that.
It's safe. If you don't, what did they say? If you don't bother them, they don't bother you. That kind of attitude. But yet people are afraid. So where's the disconnect here? There's something wrong.
Yeah, I think they're lying, Ro. People are saying they're lying. It's a town that's full of crime. And, I always told Sal, I just told Ro, we have a city, there's no consequences. And people say, what is that? That's going door to door. If you don't cut your grass, it's okay. If it's crime on the street, nothing happens. Not the cops' fault. They don't have no back and not enough officers. You want to throw stuff out the window of your car, garbage, it's okay. There's no consequences. We have inspection partners, there's not allowed to do their job.
You know what bugs me, Glenn, is they say, well, we have, 48,000 people in this town left? Yeah. Maybe it used to be 100,000 at one time. We have 48,000. We don't need that many police. We don't need... Aren't they counting the 7 million people that come in every year to see the falls? They're in our city. We have to protect them. We have to provide medical if something happens to them. We have to provide fire protection, police protection. Don't they count those? It's not 48,000. It's 7 million 48,000.
That's where my plan is key between the state parks and tourism money. Like you just hit on that. 7 million people coming through here yearly in the summertime, plus our folks, our families that live here. So I think if I go there, we're going to get some cops funded through them. Same thing. You hear all the stories, and I don't know why anybody would say that Niagara Falls is safe. It's not safe, okay? I told you before, I go back a long way in this town, and it's scary. When I look over my shoulder, I can imagine what the normal person does, the older people, senior citizens, or the children. I get nervous for my kids going.
Well, they don't come out at night.
No.
They tell me they don't come out at night. Some people even tell me I'm afraid to go downtown to the casino because I'm afraid to go to my car.
Yeah.
But you've heard some of our local politicians say, no.
Well, yeah, because
it's safe. The streets are safe.
Yeah, right. And you don't see them walking down Pine Avenue after 7 o'clock at night or down Main Street. I never have.
That's what I'm saying. It's a disconnect. If they feel it's safe, then they're not going to do anything about making it safe.
Well, two things. You got to be creative, right? You got to find money, then you got to put some time in. What I see people nowadays, everybody's lazy. They don't worry about the other guy will do it. It's all done that way. I'm going to be honest with you. Like this, I talk to people, I'm going to say it right here. This is probably one of the most important elections in the history of our city. Okay? I'm a working guy, a family guy, business background, been in the system my whole life, been in Niagara Falls. I know what it is to, like when you hear Dave bitching about more taxes and fixed incomes. I went through all that, okay? I know, I'm a working guy. I'm not the guy with a suit and tie behind the desk every day. I work my ass off every day my whole life, and I'm proud to be a guy that works hard. I know how to fix things. I know I'm a problem solver. Again, we can hear all the stories. I have a track record. It's all out there. I've been putting stuff on the internet of all my budgets that I balance, all the things I've done. Okay, time's enough, folks. If we bitch and groan about Niagara Falls and we don't elect Choolokian, it's going to happen again. The same thing for another 40 years. I'm telling you, I can fix things. I know how to make Niagara Falls better. And here's the thing: you'll never hear me promise something that I can't do. Everything in those videos, I can do. That's why I did it. Some of it might not be exciting. It's not exciting things with the magic wand and everything happens. But I'm telling you, those things are going to be done. Okay?
And if you want to review them, you go up to YouTube, go to Niagara Broadcast Network. You'll see, and after tonight there'll be 3 Glenn's 1, 2, 3 plans, and it includes not just 3 things, but a bunch of things. But review them and take a look. Hey, here's a guy. He could probably save you some money if you ever got him on board. Chris Moore, he is the appliance repairman that will come to your house for $35. That's the service call. You don't find guys like that anymore. He's got 30 years experience, and he is the most honest. I mean, he came to many people's houses and said, this is not worth fixing. I don't want to put parts into it. I could fix it, but it isn't going to last you more than a month or two. He won't do that.
He did to my wife, Sal. He didn't come. He says, it's one of those stand-up new top loaders. He says, don't even bother. It's not, go buy a new one. He didn't come. He didn't charge us. So you're right about that.
Yeah. You know what to do? Take his number and put it in your cell phone. I mean, don't put it on a piece of paper that you're going to lose or it's going to fall off your cupboard and get stuck in the fan under your refrigerator. Put it in your cell phone because that's where all the numbers go. and that's where you can find them. 523-5911. $35 service call plus the cost of the parts. Chris is appliance repair. Chris Moore, great guy. Talking with Glenn Choolokian. A couple more months to go.
I think about 6 weeks left, something like that, 6.5 weeks.
Again, your fundraisers when?
This Wednesday, September 25th at Antonio's, 6 to 8, $50. And that's our last fundraiser. Shooting for one more video, full video, and then maybe a little short one, and then it's just campaigning. Working hard, selling, working door to door, doing everything I can. I gotta say, I'm 52 years old. I'm the only guy that I can remember that's putting a plan out, and I guess this new tech age is good because now I can show you instead of just putting in a paper. You have a video to show you what I'm going to do. I'm a candidate that has the guts to say, here's what I'm going to do, here's how I'm going to do it, here's how we're going to save money.
I get the feeling, just from talking to you and knowing you from coming in and out of the studio, I get the feeling you're the kind of guy where you could go to somebody, the Senecas or whatever, and say, hey, look, how about we do this?
Yeah, you know.
And if they say, sure, let's sit down and talk, you could talk. But if they say, nah, we're not interested, talk to the governor, you can handle it.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know what it is, man? You got to try it. You got to try. I mean, they say no, but I'm kind of persistent too, so I got to get a second meter. Maybe don't leave it right away. We're gonna work with people. I mean, I always said if Niagara Falls is booming, everybody makes money. That's the Seneca, that's the states, that's the local businesses.
County,
everybody.
Yes.
We can make money here if we can get this town back on track.
We got the people that come in with money in their pocket and they want to spend.
You got your phone number. We're going to give it out in a minute.
Okay.
You want people to call you, and I know,
Absolutely.
but that's going to be the mayor's hotline. You're telling me if you get
Same
elected, I'm going to pick up the phone and go, yep, this is Mayor Choolokian.
You know he will.
I know. We'll come right back with that phone number. Stick around. At the Wellness Park Pharmacy at 86th and Buffalo Avenue and the Community Medical Pharmacy on Michigan Avenue just off Main Street, you're not just another customer, and your needs are important. To them, you're a somebody.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
Now under new ownership, both pharmacies will see to it that you get the personal service that you deserve. Want to give them a try? Then call right now, 260-1918, and tell them you want to switch your prescriptions over to the Wellness Park Pharmacy or Community Pharmacy in Niagara Falls. They'll make all the phone calls to make it happen. And both pharmacies offer free home prescription delivery. And when you have them on the phone, be sure to ask about their wide selection of CBD products. Available in creams, oils, gummies, and much, much more. Get all the details today by calling 260-1918. The Wellness Park Pharmacy at 86th and Buffalo Avenue and the Community Medical Pharmacy on Michigan Avenue just off Main. Call 260-1918.
Where everybody knows your name. Everybody knows your name. And they're always glad you came.
Glenn Choolokian is with us. You got a couple minutes left again. Let's give out that mayor's hotline number.
579.
Hopefully for you, the mayor's hotline number.
579-0294. It's my cell phone, 579-0294. That's my number. And if you call, I always answer. So.
Is it 716 in case,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have people that live in other parts of the country that might
You're right.
still want to call you and
You're
say, good luck, Glenn.
716-579-0294.
But if they're out there now and they have a question
Call
or
me,
they
call
have,
me. I don't hide.
they have an idea,
Absolutely. I love ideas. Yep.
you'll talk to
Call
them.
me for ideas. Tell me, Glenn, you're nuts. Tell me I don't like this. We're all good. I can take criticism.
It's okay. That's right. The good with the bad.
That's funny.
We're good, man.
That's funny.
We're good.
Well, Glenn, thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
We
having
expect you when you come back with the number 4.
Well, here's the thing, Sal. It takes a while for me to put everything together, and I don't like to do nothing. I'm going to say it half-assed. I'm very particular on what we do, so it's the same thing. Hopefully, a couple weeks. I always tell you 2 weeks. Sometimes it may take 3, but the more I get going, it's a little bit harder because it's more stuff that's important. You know what I mean? It's just getting there. We're going to get there. 2-3 weeks, I'll be back.
All the candidates are welcome. You want to get a hold of us, 283-8207 to schedule your time on the show. Contact me. My email is nbn7900@gmail.com. And if I can't help you, call the mayor's hotline. I don't know.
That's it. 579-0294. You can call.
Thanks, Len.
Thanks, Sal. Thanks, Rob.